here with Jessie from Envious Bronze, and she's going to explain what it is you do exactly. That's probably the first question. What do you do?
Awesome. I am a certified tanning technician, and I have clients come to my home salon, and we specialize only in spray tanning. So Envious Bronze doesn't do any UV tanning at all. We only have a tanning booth with a certified technician.
And so that basically it's kind of like something where the stars get airbrushed right before the red carpet.
Exactly.
Which is exactly why I found her and loved her and wanted to use her, because it is so hard to find somebody that will do a personal spray tan.
Absolutely.
And you travel, right?
I do, for parties. So my whole setup can be packed down, and for at least 5 or more people. I go to people's homes, and I can spray an entire party. It's great for proms or bridal parties. Before weddings is a really great time to have a party, or just a girls' night out. Something really fun, way better than Tupperware if you ask me.
Yeah, exactly. And you get to look good after. I mean, obviously I'm pasty white. I haven't been here in a while, so forgive me for being white.
No, we can fix it really easily.
Okay, the majority of your clients, what type of people are they getting the tan for? An event, for a wedding? Like, why do they come here usually?
It depends. I have some people that come on a regular basis, so they're here once a week. Or depending on, your own skin type. So some people, the tan will last like about 6 days, and then I have other people that'll last about 14. So it depends on how well you take care of your tan, as well as your own skin type and how fast your skin rejuvenates itself. But for the most part, I get a lot of stuff for like proms and weddings. It's great for an event because if you don't know about spray tanning, you need to leave the solution on for about 8 hours, and the tan is instant, which is one of the major differences between UV tanning and sunless tanning.
So when you do your mix, is it custom to every person, or is it one mix, one color? Or?
Nope. I have 3 different mixes, and I'm actually working on offering a 4th one that is going to be an express tan. So that's up and coming from Envious Bronze. But right now I offer 3 different mixes. So when a person comes in for an appointment, I will, number 1, look at your skin. Usually legs are a good indicator of how tan you are. Let's check those out. No,
I didn't even shave you. Embarrassing.
Just joking. I'll check that, and then also I'll ask some questions about what your skin normally does in the sun. Will give me a good indicator as to what level you are. And the issue that most people have with spray tanning, as far as am I going to turn orange, is because unfortunately there are a lot of people in my industry that are not as educated as they should be, and they're not educating people, and they're giving the people the choice to choose. So it would be like a redhead coming in and saying, I want to look super dark, so I'm going to pick the darkest solution that you have. And unfortunately, the darker the solution, the more DHA which is in it, and that's the actual tanning ingredient that's in the solution. And the higher percentage with a really fair-skinned person will give you that nice shade of orange that we do not want at all.
So how did you learn your trade then? How do you know what to do?
Well, there's not a lot of, there's no licensing in the state of Maine yet for tanning, and there's actually not a lot of places that you can either go get trained or anything like that unless you're willing to travel to New York or possibly Boston, because it's now starting to pick up there. So I hold 2 certifications, and I received those online, and it was pretty much just teaching myself the best way to do it. So it was a lot of trial and error, and my dear husband was awesome at being my little guinea pig, and a lot of good friends and family members. So it took us a little while to figure out which solution we wanted, the best options for like how to take care of it afterwards, how to prep for it, and just for me learning how to spray. So
how long did it take you for that process?
Well, it wasn't something that I was pursuing full-time, like as something that I could focus on constantly. So yeah. I would say, like, to really nail it down and finalize, it was about 8 months.
Wow.
To just get into all of it, figure out what machine I wanted, those types of things.
Yeah. So you really had to do your research.
Absolutely.
Obviously.
Like anything that you do. Yeah. And this is obviously something that we're spraying on people, so you want to make sure that it's safe and that it's effective, and that I'm giving my clients, the best color out there and teaching them how to take care of it the best way possible.
So good point, leading us to the next part. Okay. How do we prep for spray tan like this?
Well, the most important thing that you need to do is before you come for a tan for your appointment, and all the information is on my website to help people out beforehand, you want to make sure that you shower, and the main purpose for that is twofold. Number one, you want to get all of the oils that are on your skin regularly, you want to wash those off. So using like a clear body wash is a great choice for that. And then once everything is rinsed off, one of the best methods to exfoliate is just using a wet washcloth. So a washcloth and water in a circular motion all over. You don't want to use a loofah or something that's really abrasive, because it can actually leave kind of like a scratch mark in the exfoliation process. So you wouldn't be able to see it, but you're actually not exfoliating like the entire surface area, which is what we're going for. We want it to look as even as possible so that your tan will come out as best as possible. And then after that, you want to, if your skin's really, really dry, you can put lotion on. If not, for your first tan especially, I would say leave off the lotion so that I have the clean slate. And then no deodorant and no makeup. So pretty much you're coming to me completely raw. I get to see you at your very best.
Oh man, wear like sunglasses and a big hat or something.
Yeah, that's how Jessica walks into like my salon.
Trying to
and then you want to either wear, you know, kind of a dark bathing suit that you don't care about, or underwear, whatever you choose, and you want to wear looser clothing. You don't want to be putting on skinny jeans afterwards. It's fine to come in anything that you want, but you want to make sure that you have something to wear out that's not going to be skin tight, that type of thing.
Cool. So how do we preserve it to like it lasts long now after?
Afterwards, you really want to exfoliate beforehand, and then after, the biggest trick is to not exfoliate at all. So I tell my clients, you have to leave the solution on for 8 hours, and then you want to be able to rinse it off using just your hands, and for the whole rest of the time that you have the tan on, it's really important just to wash with your hands. You don't want anything abrasive, nothing hard. You don't want to be exfoliating any of that tan off, because part of a spray tan, or the main point of a spray tan, is that you're only tanning the dead skin cells. So as soon as those slough off, then your tan's gone. So we kind of want to leave those dead skin cells on as long as possible, and not rubbing hard with anything is going to keep that from happening. In the same line of thought, you want to make sure that you pat dry really gently with a towel, to the point of almost just kind of laying it on yourself. You want to air dry as much as possible, excuse me. And you don't want to like scrub hard with a dry towel, because that'll take it off fast. Yeah. And tons of lotion. You want to moisturize as much as you possibly can to leave that tan on.
So our blog and our show is all about product reviews on products. Can you recommend brands and products that you prefer or you use and like? That would work best?
Well, I have a couple of things that I sell in my salon, one of which is a product from a company called South Seas. It's called Bora Bora Polish. And like I said, it's really good to use like the washcloth to exfoliate. This gives your skin just like really amazing essential oils that will like keep your skin nice and moisturized and will help it hold on to that tan as best as possible. And then the other thing that I sell is a tan in a can, which works amazing. Oh. Most of us women use usually some sort of a face wash at night. We wash our faces more than we wash the rest of our body, and most of it has alpha hydroxy in it, which for anti-aging is great, but for exfoliating and keeping your tan on, it'll take it off a lot faster. So a lot of my clients use a tan in a can just to like mist around their faces and stuff like that, and it's something that you can use in between tans. So I have clients that come once a week and their faces are kind of fading in the middle a little bit, so they want to touch that up. I have some older clients that absolutely love this. They don't come get tans very often, but they love buying the solution because they want their face and shoulders to be tan. Yeah. And they tell me all the time that they don't even buy foundation anymore. It like has replaced makeup. If you're using it like once a week and you're really just touching up your face, I have some clients that, you know, want to start spraying everything. It's not going to last long, obviously, but this will last about 5 months if you're just like touching up your face. Oh, wow. So it's just an aerosol mist. It's really easy to apply yourself. It works great. So this is for sale at MBS Bronze for $26.
And then what do you suggest, like what do you use for lotion for yourself, the best person to keep?
You know, I don't have a specific brand. The thicker the lotion, so you want to look for like creams, something that maybe has shea butter in it, things that are really going to hydrate your skin as much as possible to keep that tan on and to keep the skin from getting dry and then exfoliating on its own.
Okay, so you want to show us now?
Let's go!
Alright. Okay, hi, we're back, and we're actually in her workstation now, so, want to explain it?
Absolutely. Welcome to our salon room at Envious Bronze. This contraption here is my tanning tent, and this is what I can fold down and bring to your location if you need that. And I have it set up in my salon room at the back. Behind Jessica there's a filtration fan. And this allows for whatever mist is sprayed in the booth, stays in the booth. It has a cover on the top. And the fan is actually pointed in the other direction and has a filter in it. So it actually sucks whatever extra mist is in the booth out of the booth so that we're not breathing it all in and it doesn't make a huge mess. And that's really important for people when I go to their houses, that it doesn't make a big mess. There's nothing left behind. Everything gets sucked up and it's great.
So do you want to show us your equipment?
Absolutely. So if you've never gotten a spray tan before by a technician, it's actually very similar to painting a car, which is kind of funny. The machine that I have, I'll turn on for you really quick so that you guys can hear it. It has a compressor and some tubing that goes like this, and I attach it to my tanning gun. And we're going to slide her out. And it's just a very light mist. I don't even know if you guys will see it on the camera. It's very, very light. I'm going to turn this off so you can hear me. One difference between getting it done by a technician as opposed to going to a tanning booth, a spray tanning booth, which is something that we didn't necessarily talk about, is that I can manipulate how you move and I can determine the best amount of solution on each part of your body. Some women are different than men in that their faces take it a little bit darker than men's do. Not really sure why, it's part of the pH balance.
Yeah.
But I can adjust that. When you go into a tanning booth and you stand in one location and a sprayer is spraying you in the same exact direction all over and then you have to turn around and they do it the same way again, it's not going to be even, it's not going to be concise, and it's not going to be as good of a tan. Your hands can't take as much color as like your legs and your stomach. Which is why most people who go into a booth come out with nice orange hands and feet.
Yeah.
And
that's the problem I always have. I have to wear like the booties they give you, but I still end up getting color everywhere, like the bottom of my feet somehow.
Well, and another difference is, I know people have called and asked me, do I need to bring a towel? Because when you go get a spray tan in a booth, it actually can be dripping off you and you have to kind of pat it off.
Yeah.
Not the case here. I don't want you rubbing anything after I sprayed you. It's perfect the way it is and leave it that way.
You actually dry people off. You dry me off. Like
I do.
Like,
I do. This is one of the favorite parts of a spray tan is when we blow dry. So,
especially if you tan nude because it's cold.
Spray tanning is a little chilly. I keep the room really, really warm so that my clients will stay as warm as possible. But it is a little bit of a chill in the mist. And then it's really important to dry afterwards. You want to make sure that it's as dry on your skin as possible, and I will make sure that I take care of that for you.
Yep, awesome. So anything else you want to add, or?
I think that's it. If you've never tried a spray tan, I really suggest going to a certified technician as opposed to going to a booth. Unfortunately, the booths are giving a really bad rap to spray tanning in general.
Yeah.
And it's something that I'm trying to change, and I hope that other people in my industry are trying to change it as well, because spray tanning is an awesome option. We have too many people, way healthier, absolutely. There's too many people that are going out and laying in UV beds or UV booths, and they're really damaging their skin. I have a lot of young girls that are coming and doing this, and that's really awesome to me because I want them to be setting themselves up for healthy skin, younger looking skin.
Yeah.
I mean, the effects of the sun, if you're not, you know, paying attention to the news or any of the health news, it's really important. So you want to protect your skin at all times. One thing that I will say is that people ask me all the time, if there's any sunblock in a spray tan, and there absolutely isn't, and you have to be really careful because you get the illusion that you have color on your skin, but you don't. It's not real tan, and it's not going to protect you from the sun, so you really want to wear sunblock all the time. It's very important, and sunblock that's in a moisturizer is not good enough. You can't just put it on moisturizer in the morning and think that your whole face is protected all day long. Sunblock, if you're in the sun on a regular spread during the day, you need to be applying at least 32 times every 2 hours.
Awesome. And we also talked about sunscreens on the blog, certifiedfabulous.blogspot.com, so you can check out all our brand recommendations for sunscreen and what worked best for us.
Perfect.
And what is your website if they have questions or want to check out more stuff? Where can they go?
Awesome. Go to www.enviousbronze.com, and also check me out on Facebook under Envious Bronze. I have specials that are up all the time for people who get a spray tan and go to an event and post their picture up on my Facebook page. They get $5 off their next tan, no matter what.
Oh, you didn't tell me that. Okay, I'm gonna have to do that
after prom.
I'll pretend I'm going. Oh, no, okay. Anyway, thanks for watching, and we will see you next time. Bye.
Bye.